Hi, I'm Chaotic Tunes, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I am kind of an Apple fanboy. I really enjoy the products that Apple creates, whether it's an iPad, an iMac, a MacBook, things of that sort. And I am a little, like I said, I'm a bit of a fanboy. I do have two iPad Pros, I have my iMac, I have an iPhone, I have an Apple Watch. It goes on. And it might be a little bit of a problem, but from an artist's point of view, Apple is an ideal company, right? And I'm not talking like how they run it, but more of how they present themselves, right? And let me explain myself a little bit. Again, I'm looking at this from an artist's point of view. Every single one of Apple's devices is so seamless and so simple, right? Like take a look at the iPhone. If you look at the exterior, it has a camera, has one, two, three buttons, and that's it. It doesn't have anything else. It's glass on the back, glass on the front, and some aluminum on the side. It's pretty simplistic compared to what other phones are doing, right? You got Samsung who has like 8 fucking cameras in the back, and they have like all these like super crazy imaginary colors, which don't get me wrong, it's not wrong, but Apple likes to keep it simple, and to me that's something I enjoy. I like the simplicity of things. For example, in Jenna, I like to keep her character simple, but put little details that I really enjoy, like her eyes. I like drawing the little, I always forget what they're called, the little pentagrams on her eyes, or I like, making the horns, as simplistic as possible, right? I want my art style to be simple, but full of details, if that makes sense. And Apple kind of does the same thing, right? For example, something so silly and something so stupid is that the Apple Pencil, the first generation Apple Pencil, if you put it down on a flat surface, it will always roll to be on the Apple Pencil logo upside up, so you can always see it. And it's such a small little detail that you might not even notice it, but it's such a cool little attention to detail, right? And that's something as an artist I really enjoy, when people put little attention to detail, like details into their pieces. It's a really cool thing. But another thing that I really like to take away from Apple is that they don't compare to themselves to anybody. And as an artist, I should do that myself often. I shouldn't always be like saying, oh, I want to be as good as this artist, or I wish I could draw as good as him, or oh, he draws my character so much better. I really shouldn't be doing that. I should be taking the Apple side of things. And you might be asking, well, what's the Apple side of things? If you look at like a Samsung commercial for their phones, right? They're always saying, oh, well, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra is 5G capable with speeds up to 10 times faster than the iPhone, and all this other, stuff. And it gets repetitive because over and over it's just Samsung insulting the iPhone, whether it's camera quality, whether it's assuming, whether it's it cannot charge another phone from it, things of that sort, right? But Apple doesn't really care about it. Apple makes the announcement of their phone, makes the announcement of what they're gonna be releasing in a commercial maybe, and they're just telling you, hey, you know what? This phone is 20% faster than our old phone. Oh, and the screen is 20% more, vibrant than our previous screens. And the camera quality is 10 times better than the previous phone, and all these other things, right? Apple doesn't bother to compare themselves to another company. They compare themselves to themselves, because to some point is, you should improve on yourself. You shouldn't improve because others are better than you. And I feel like that's something I really need to learn, to be happy with what I'm making. And maybe in a year from now, I'll be like, oh, you know what, dude? My drawing is 20% more colorful than the previous years, or my drawing is 20% more anatomically correct than previous years, right? Some dumb shit like that. And it's just such a cool little thing, right? Because it's a very competitive market, and yet Apple doesn't go to the extent to bash Samsung or Google or Xiaomi or any of those other phone companies, right? They just focus on themselves, and that's why I really like Apple, right? The environment they created is fantastic. I can draw on one of my iPads, and it'll automatically go to my other iPad. It'll go to my iPad, to my iMac. It'll go to my phone, and I can access that file anywhere. When I was in college, I could take notes on one of my iPads, and I could come home, and it will be on my iMac, so I could, revise it, have a bigger screen to enjoy it on. It's such a seamless, beautiful thing, right? It kind of goes with photos and everything. Everything you have on one device, you can immediately have on the other one, and it's so seamless. Like, I can take a picture of my phone and immediately go to my iPad, and that picture will be right there. There's no delay, there's no nothing. It's just like that, right? So why am I praising Apple so much? To keep it simple, because Apple is the ideal artist. They focus on themselves, they improve their own designs, and they put attention to detail that even if nobody else notices, they know it's there, and they know someone will notice and say, hey, that's pretty cool. And that's kind of what I want to achieve with my art at some point. I want to be someone who can be really happy with what I create. And I don't have to, compare myself to I don't have to compare myself to Gurf. I don't have to compare myself to Rena. I don't have to compare myself to anybody. I just have to compare myself to myself, right? And that's something that I find really, really cool and really inspiring. So, Apple, thank you for making such amazing products that I thoroughly enjoy. Here goes to the iPhone 12 that I'm probably gonna buy. But nonetheless, though, like I always say, this is just my opinion, and I would love to hear yours. What makes a good artist? Is it just the hatred field to make yourself better than another artist, or do you think it's a good idea to just improve on yourself and worry about what you can do and what you were not able to do, right? I would love to hear your opinions, so the comment section is down below. I'd love to hear anything you have to say. And if you enjoy my kind of content, my ideas, or me as a person, I would really appreciate if you like the video. YouTube really enjoys it when people, interact with it. And if you really, really enjoy my content, hey, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me. Nonetheless, though, I do hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, don't do drugs, because those things are bad for you.